We're the Moors.
I'm Sean.
I'm Alicia.
This is Promise and Malachi.
And Ethan.
And
this
is
is our home team. Yes, so I grew up in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I grew up in church. So I've had an apostolic background. I would say second generation apostolic. We were very involved in our old church. We worked with the youth, led praise and worship, all of those things. Our pastor actually passed away. And so we were going on about 3 years without any leadership. So we knew God kind of moved on our hearts to go ahead and move our family forward. So we looked up different churches and we watched GPC online. Definitely loved that it was a multicultural church. That was important to us for our family. Honestly, we came during or right after COVID. We didn't have a chance to make friends because everybody was in and out because of the distancing and all that. And then eventually we ended up talking to the Rudies, or they talked to us. And so they were like, let's go eat after church. And that's how we got acquainted. And that was the thing that just brought us in.
I kind of feel like when we first came, the time period of us first coming, it's a positive thing for me because I watched my children kind of transform right before my eyes. Malachi being the oldest, just watching him. And it wasn't too long after we got here that he was pulled up on the platform to participate in something. And it was like watching him come outside of his shell, to see Malachi receive the Holy Ghost, to baptize Malachi, these milestones that are associated with this church and with the culture of the church.
Yes, it is a beautiful thing to just see them, and even their hunger for the Lord, their desire, like when we have prayer, or if we have, if the church fasts together, like Malachi chooses to do that as well. And so without us forcing him, so I just love seeing that they want to do it on their own, that they feel like, okay, they're a part of this church.
The opportunities that we have been given to stretch in our ministry, there's a saying that Pastor has, which is to serve well, to lead well. And I really understand what that means, because one of the things when I came into GPC, I realized the culture of GPC and the culture of the leadership, and the opportunity to serve with my wife and sing with my wife and lead with my wife is really life-changing, because my family can see it. And it sets a precedence for them to follow.
Serving at GPC has been amazing. If I can be honest, coming in, I was very broken, very, very broken. It was when I joined my small group. It was like a ladies online group, since we drive, a distance. I remember the Bible study we did, it was just pulling all these things out. And I remember Pastor Zuniga saying, you need to heal first. You need to heal before you can serve. And I've served literally since I was 14. So to sit for a season was really difficult at first, because I've just always pushed my way through, but it was also very necessary. I think at the point when I knew I was healed, I knew, okay, this is good, but also being nervous, will this church accept me to be who I am? And like he said, being ourselves. But it was just it was so beautiful. And to anybody who's coming in, get to know people or join a small group, honestly, join a small group, because you do need those connections. And I feel like that's what really pulled me in, and those sisters helping me to heal. I just feel I really do feel like this is my family,
When you come like I came, and you're loved on, because you will be loved on. One of the things that I questioned was, is this real? That's not for real. They're not real. I can tell you that it's real. Yeah. But sometimes when you come from a place of being broken, or you come from a place of hurt, or your trust has been fractured, you don't really know who to trust, and you're kind of reserved about, extending yourself. But this church love past that. It has really been a big part of my healing process, is the love that I found here, the acceptance and the leadership that I found here. This is our home.
Yeah. Yes, GPC, it pours, as we pour out, it definitely pours back into us, like in our marriage, they have things to strengthen our marriage, to strengthen our spiritual walk, the podcast, all of the things that GPC does, it makes it worth the drive for us. And seeing a church that invests in our marriage is very important to us because
Because
this
this
is
is
our
our
home
home
team.
team.